watercolor painting, and so we started this thing 2 days ago. If you were around, the uh, subject area has never even looked close to the way it looked. This was at 5:30 in the morning 2 days ago. So anyway, today I did this underpainting here of the nectarine. We just tried to approximate a few of the values. We got this yellow here. We got shadows. This is going to be a critical juncture to get this right there. And so we're going to just start out trying to render the nectarine. And I say let's just jump right on that. I did this underpainting, and this is the Academy brand. I think that's what they call the Chinese arches. Anyway, so why don't we just attempt to hit this one, and here goes. See if I can get a wider, there we go, wider view. We can see the colors and all that. So to start with, I think we're just gonna try to go deep rich and take some of these, it's kind of like a red violet. So here's some red, here's some violet. This right there is a Primatech color, which is made from ground up rocks. Okay, so that's kind of a strong red. I don't know if that's really the red we want, but why don't we just try to cover over. I had this green right here, which is supposed to emphasize that shadow right there. So let's just try to hit this. Oh yeah, it looks so accurate, right? All right, and then let's go up here. Wow, talk about definition. How do they do it? Look at that. And yeah, so the color looks good. I think we're gonna try to maybe do this area here, which is kind of a highlight in shadow right there. And we don't want to have the same color in a lot of different places. In fact, I don't think I want to do it right there. I'm gonna go right here. See this one right here? Let's just try to hit that. And so here, it's kind of like a triangle right there. You can see that right there. It's a triangle shape. We're gonna hit that. And then let's just come down here with the shadow that is here. And then there's kind of a yellow in this, but let's just go here. All right, great. And then I'm just gonna hit this little triangle up here. See right there, it's a triangle. And now I'm gonna wet the brush, remove this, and then I'm going to try to remove some of this paint right here because it's a highlight in shadow. And I'm gonna leave it just like that. So now let's think about this area right here. It is, I think just to start with, we're gonna paint some blue on there. So here I got a blue that is, well, it's kind of a violet. This is cobalt blue right here. I got tucked in this corner. I'm gonna just hit it right there. And we're just gonna go right here. And this is, it's a shiny thing there. So now I'm gonna put some water on top of this blue. Okay, great. And now I'm gonna blot that up. So what we should have, and we don't, is a blue sheen, because we have like a reflection right there. So I'm trying to sort of capture that. It didn't work, but I'm going to go back and hit it with the blue again. Okay, so that's cool. You know, it's not really that color, but by exaggerating the color, we are boldly saying I'm going to be a reflective area. Uh, you know, likewise we're up here, but I don't think we're going to do the same tone on the top. But this is another, you know, reflective area that is, you know, far, far away from what we got down there. Fix your internet. What does that mean? I don't know if I really have good internet around here. Up here because we're out here in the boonies. There's no towers around here. And well, hi, just a little laugh, and hi, Kasha. I appreciate stopping by. Oh, you don't see anything? Huh. I don't know why that is. You know, I'm a newbie for the live stream action. I'll push some buttons and see highlight saved to your channel as an unlisted video. I don't know what that means. Here's a retouch on. I don't know what that does. Let's see. Retouch on. I don't know what that does. Oh, that turns off the picture. Is this, oh, here's green screen. Hi. Okay. I don't think we want that. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix my internet. Somebody commented to fix the internet. Let's see. Oh, here's me in a green screen. Well, we're not going to get much painting done with this kind of stuff happening. So let's see. Okay, well, I don't know what's up. Well, anything. Okay, just a little laugh says I can see it. So, and hello, Ellen, the chicken nugget. Ella, the chicken nugget. Thanks for the comment and appreciate the compliment. Anyway, so now hopefully we're back and visible. We have made this highlight here in a blue sheen. Now we are contemplating what to do with this highlight up here. And, you know, I don't normally use white, but I do have this one whitish color here. I'm going to see about getting this color. I forgot what they call it. It's a Daniel Smith color. I'm gonna mix that with some white right here. I have a little white here. This is Artist Loft white because I never bothered to get the Daniel Smith white. So, and I'm just gonna see if I can hit this area right here. If you see this highlight that goes right there. So let's just see what happens there. Number one, let's hit this one right here. So I don't know if that's good or not. I hardly ever paint with white paint, but you know, something, we got to do something here. We got to keep moving. We got to lay down paint. And so that's just what we did. Okay, now I want to get, this is kind of orange right there. So I'm going to make up a little orange. I got this cadmium yellow deep, I think, and this is a mixture of these two colors. I know that one's called opera pink. I don't know what that one's called. So let's just see if we get ourselves a nice orange. And I think that's going to pass for orange. And now I want to do this area here in orange. Here goes. That looks terrible. How about that? Paint, right? And so that looks bad, but I guess I'm gonna see about removing some of that. Maybe it will be uh, a lighter affair here. Rinsing the brush, drying the brush, lift off some of the paint. Let's see. Okay. And up here, I'm gonna definitely go back to the red. That orange was not a not a success, but anyway, let's just try to go up here. Okay. Well, what we got here with this little white area is the beginning of, we hope, translucence. So let's see if that really happens. And then right here, let's hit this, which is a kind of a highlight. And this is not a highlight material, but now I want to go back to the a couple of the more magnetic kind of colors. And let's just see about reinforcing the shadow that's right here. So that looks kind of good. And down the bottom here, there's a highlight, very subtle, where the light is bouncing off here and going up here. And that's why I'm leaving this little white here and that white there. And now I'm going to go more yellow, even though that yellow was not a very big success, right here. And so we're trying to, fill in the, and why don't we just cover this? And that was not good, but whatever. We gotta just keep going. Here I'm going to just kind of remove some of this paint, uh, put water on the brush, try to get something sort of like a dry brush, and then we just hit this area and see, or we're taking up, bringing out a highlight. Do the same thing right here. And for this one, I'm just gonna blot it up. Oops, I dropped my towel. Excuse me. Oh, God. So right here, we try to lift that. Okay, we did lift it. That's a weird shape, but effectively, we just wanted to get some of that paint off there. So I'm just gonna get sort of go back to what we had going on there. Why don't we get some right here? And thanks for the compliment. I guess if you say Bob Ross, that's a compliment. Appreciate it very much. And Ella, the chicken nugget, you're my favorite. I am so talented. I appreciate that a lot. Okay, so that's cool. And now we gotta hit this area up here, and get something going. So let's see this area right there. So let's just try to get that. We're just gonna go here, there, and now I'm gonna rinse the brush. I want to get a bold highlight right here, painting that with more or less clear water. And now we're going to blot that, and yes, we did get a highlight. It's beginning to, have the appearance of translucence, which is like what we're really hoping for here. I'm gonna get this yellow a little bit, mix this other yellow, this Hansa yellow, and that was the cadmium. I'm just gonna try to, I don't know, I really hate that way that's looking, but we got to, and then down here, why not? Let's just see about hit it down here. That is not really working too good, but the essential thing is we're laying down color, and here I'm just going to try to put some more color on the wood that's underneath, just to keep the background coming along as we develop the subject. We really still got to remember the background, otherwise we're going to have this beautiful plum and a ridiculous looking background. So here, and now I think some of that yellow could be employed here in the background. I got to get more Hansa yellow because that tube was almost empty, and I think that is my go-to yellow. So here, And let's see if we just hit this. Oh, all right, that's nice. Take out some of this paint here. I think I'm gonna take out a little bit right there too, just to keep the background looking a bit translucent. Let's go up here. I'm gonna try to hit a darker line right there. Get some kind of. Does that line up? Yes, it does. Do we want this one here? No, we don't. Okay, that's good. And what is this anyway? Why don't we just sort of blend this in here? So it's not going to be just white right there. And that didn't do much. And now, really want to be a little bit more bold right here. And then now we need a dark here, so I'm just gonna mix this, make a mixture of our red plus a deep green to try to get a, well, I guess what we're gonna get is a warm gray, and that pretty much looks like a warm gray. So we're just gonna, we need to be here and here. And I don't know if that's so great, probably not really too good. I'm just gonna remove some of that. Now we have a subtle hint of warm gray right there. And now we want to come back and keep this. And now we want to blend this a little bit. Okay, that looks good. And that's nice. And so I don't know, what do you think? Let's put this, see this really dark shadow, this right here. Let's just try to put that in to help us to further define. Also, this highlight right here, I think, is a critical highlight. Let's see about pulling that out first. Here, I'm just putting water here. Hi, Chosen. Thanks a lot for that compliment. Much appreciated. Oh, look at that. We got a bold highlight there, right? That's this highlight here. Let's see if we can do the same thing right there, because that's another highlight, which we, it may not be easy to understand why that highlight is here, but if we can just, you know, as we progress here, we want to, highlights are going to be, you know, assisting us in the 3D look. And so if we keep developing them at an even pace, here I just want to blend this a little bit because I didn't like those hard edges. And so that highlight is coming nice. Here we got actually like a pink. Got like a red, yellow, and a pink. We definitely still got that pink there. Look at that pink. We got, talk about subtle pink, okay? Anyway, moving right along. You know, it'd probably be good to have, I don't know, we're not painting these brushes in there, that's for sure. So let's see about going deep rich on the background. So I think to go deep rich on the background, we're going to, this is yellow ochre. I want to get yellow ochre and then get some yellow going. I don't really have a good place on the palette to, let's see about that here. There I cleaned a spot on the palette for yellow ochre. I guess we could take a little bit of this red to make it nice and warm. And yes, it's a very light, we don't want too dark of a color up here. And I got a feeling this is already going to be too dark, but whatever, let's keep going. And, that's going to be a shadow, which I've yet to paint that shadow. And, basically I'm trying to get like this right here, this area, which is going to sort of loosely translate to, if you see that's the view, then, we're trying to hit this area here. And so let's just go for it and see what we got here. Okay, it doesn't look bad. We don't want this in there. I don't know if that's bad or not, but I'm gonna take that out, that little thing, and okay, it's good. And let's see about just a couple lines, I guess, here. And then this. And that looks good. And let's see about up here. This should be lighter, but it is getting lighter. And I'm just gonna pretend I'm a knot in the wood right there. And now I'm going to get the brush wet, and now I just want to sort of lift off this paint a little bit, so it's more subtle and lighter. And then I guess we just go up here. Let's just do the same tone up here in the top corner. And then we'll have paint, most everywhere on the paper. And we do want to get this shadow in there. I'm not sure how we should do that. I'll try just to get a let's just say hello. We're going to be the shadow, and we need one right here. And let's see if we get that to go right through. Looks good. And then now let's go softer on that. I don't know if we're good for background material here. We'll see. And then we want the same thing up here. So where's our color? There it is. Okay. This white, I don't know if we want that white in there or not. I don't like this anymore. I'm gonna blot that up. And hit this gently, just to say we're here, but we're not quite as obnoxious as we originally thought. We'll just go here, who knows. We're not going to be referring back to this reference, that is for sure. So, well, maybe we are, I don't know. And I'm just going to get a little high, a little yellow here, just to say hello. We're not composed of just, one color in this area. And this, I'm just going to blend that in. And now I'm just going to get a highlight right here, blot this up because it is like looking too flat, the back. So now if we make this lighter, then it should be, here's a big bumblebee came to visit. Okay, don't sting me, please. Okay, whatever. All right, what else is happening here? Okay, I guess we have, brought the background a bit, more developed, and I don't know why this is here. That is not a good thing to have there. This kind of bright right. I mean, this triangle here doesn't bother me, but this one down here does bother me. So let's just yeah, color that. This one here, I don't like it. Let's put that, cover that up. This doesn't bother me. This is arrow points in. Maybe we could just hit this little edge right there. And this, I'm just going to leave that on there and then blot it up after it gets a chance to soak in. Hello, Jaron C, and thank you for the compliment. Appreciate. All right, so where are we at? To be honest, I think it's time to take a break and let this dry. And it sure is a lot of art fun. And don't forget, we're going to hopefully go back to this, which is this stuff over here. So please stop back a little later. I'm just going to have a quick break and let this thing dry. I think we're making great progress on our nectarine from life on wood table. I think it would be a great title for that one. Okay, bye.